Alright, welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Cold Steel 2. Last time we basically checked out the road, looked at where the soldiers will be when we start to do our attack of the barrier, and we went actually to the barrier to see how everything is over there. And while we're there, we found Marguerite, and along the way we also saw a new shrine, but right as she is, of course, Angelica said, now it's not the time. We only have a couple of hours before we have to commence the attack. So leave that shrine for another time. So one thing, good to know, we'll be back here at a later point.
Well?
So that trial chest will be fine. But also, I think it's the last shrine. So yeah. So I went back to town. Because there's still one thing we need to do. We still need to talk to everyone in town. Because we went basically over here and tried, you know what, let's talk to this guy, and he said you're allowed to pass, and that's how we came up with going to the barrier, and forgot that I still had to talk to everyone else. So that's what we're going to start off with today, and after that we're going to go to the mine, if there's time left, to basically see if we can find Arena there. We get all our weapon orders from some place called the 5th Development Division. Never heard of that place before. Where the hell did it come from? Last I checked, Riven had only 4 divisions and I work at the place. If there's one thing that makes me mad, it's getting orders from some mysterious division I never knew existed. Who the hell are those 5th Development Division guys anyway? Well, maybe it's Smith's division. Yeah, they took out over our warehouse too. No point thinking about it though. We don't get paid enough to need to know about all that top secret stuff. Yeah. Well, that's gone very interesting, Zinc. Roer prospered thanks to the high quality iron from the Session mine and the wonderful things we used to make. Making things and coming up with new inventions are this city's essence. Please don't try to take our pride and joy away from us. If you take away the city's pride and joy, we'll have nothing left. All we want to do is make things. Please don't take that from us. Well, we are literally the ones trying to prevent that, so don't worry. Oh, from the sound of things, Heimdallr's under complete alliance controls these days. I do hope His Majesty is alright. I used to think that for all his flaws, Lord Ragnar was an honorable man. I won't make that mistake again. Lord Ragnar is a hot-blooded man, but I always thought he was an honorable one too. Apparently I've had him all wrong this whole time. Yeah, you might have. The Marquis has told us to find Lady Angelica no matter what. I believe he suspects she will try something. Given how fond people here are of her, I wouldn't be shocked if she did. Should any trouble break out in this province, I'm sure we'd face immediate censure from the Alliance though. I can imagine all of the pressure weighs heavily upon him. Well, he did tempt fate by goading her a little bit. The city is a husk of his former self. It only exists to supply the provincial army with more and more weapons. Our factories used to be places where people poured their heart and soul into making things. Now they're tools. People do what they're told and nothing else. It's depressing. We used to be the cornerstone of this country's manufacturing industry, and we were damn proud of it. Not that you'd see any of that pride if you looked at us now. Yeah, it's depressing. Alright, who can we find in the store? Oh, Linda displays all of our goods so beautifully. She says she's part of an art club at their old academy. It really shows. She's such a nice girl, which is why it breaks my heart to think of all she's been through to get here. What am I doing? Oh, nothing good will come from letting myself get all gloomy. Yeah, and when we're done here, I'm hoping she'll come with us. Her sister would be overjoyed. I really hope Linda will get to reunite with her sister soon. If there's anything I can do to help her with that, I'll do it. Oh, hello again. Huh? You're traveling with a sister now? Well, speaking of sisters, if it isn't one of Thor's infamous twins. Well, the two of you would make for a lovely pair, and can't I mind of you when there's only one of you either. Sorry? Is there a single girl at the academy that you haven't tried to hit on now? Sorry, Linda, don't mind us. We'll explain what just happened when things calm down a bit. Right. I don't really get what's going on, but I can tell you're busy, so... moving on. I just leave you be. Good luck, though. I'll be, praying for you? No, she will definitely be praying for her. Ah, the new girl says that all the students at the fancy academy in Trista have been locked up inside the place. The Alliance is nothing but a bunch of inhuman monsters. How could you lock up a sweet girl like Linda? What did she do to deserve that kind of treatment? Wait, did I say Linda again? Oh, I mean Linda. Linda's my granddaughter. Linda's the student. Oh, Linda. Ah, damn it. Why do names these days have to be so similar? I've never met a lady named Baroni. Oh. Bronies are our own subset of species, isn't it? Alright, anything new while we were out? Don't think so. I think ingredients are still good. Alright, let's check the other store out too. And we'll go to the airport loft because it's on the way out towards the mine. You're going to have to come up with something better than that if you want to outmaneuver Hugo. Bills, I'm talking here. Don't make me have to hush you. Ah, my apologies. Behold the magnanimous negotiating power of Hugo Kleist. You're really not helping me out here, Bills. So you managed to meet up with Angelica after all. Good to see. But that doesn't give you a carte blanche to do anything reckless now. Calm, logical decisions always yield the best results. We'll be fine, Hugo, don't worry. Never fear, we'll be sure to make all our recklessness decisions as calm and logical as possible. Just for you. Angelica. I'm just going to shut my mouth and let you do your thing. Meanwhile, I'll be sending bills back to Heimdallr and hanging around here to see how things turn out for myself. Best of luck. I'm sure you'll be just fine, but remember what I said about calm, logical decisions. Always a good choice. But I can't see our factories resuming production anytime soon. I won't be too sure about that. A little bird told me there's some internal differences currently plaguing the Roer family. And seeing that that's the case, I'd say chances look good that production could resume at any time. Well, that's certainly an interesting possibility, but I can't very well write up contracts based on pure speculation. Which technically is true. You could say Hugo is doing some insider trading right now, because he knows things are going to happen and he's trying to make business decisions based upon that before anyone else knows. Well, I'm afraid both the number and the price of the contract will have to remain as they are. I hope you can understand where I'm coming from. Yeah, he can, but what kind of businessman would Hugo be if he didn't try it at least? Reinford's acting chairman has ordered many businesses to either cease operation or change what they're doing. And what's more, we can't contact any of the factories elsewhere on the continent either. The whole company has descended into a mire of uncertainty. No one really has the full picture of what's going on. Reinford's always been a large company, but this just further goes to show that only Irina Reinford has the skill to run it. No one seems to have any idea what's going on with the Reinford company right now, or what happened to Irina Reinford for that matter. There are rumors she's taken ill or gone missing, but who the hell knows? Alright, anything interesting in the meanwhile? Don't think so. No. Ooh, we have 200 more. Yes, give it to me. No, you gotta exchange full. Yeah, and we're gonna not touch the rest of the Sepith. My idea is that I think in the next part of Act 2, or the beginning of Act 3, we're probably gonna get a new selection of quartz. So all the Sepith we are collecting right now, if we don't reach 9,999, we'll use that to upgrade our characters with the newer level quartz. Unless before then we need a level 2 slot for newly acquired quartz. And what we have left we'll use to open up the slots of all our characters. Because I think once we upgrade everyone to level 3 attack, level 3 act and that kind of stuff, we should have quite a bit left to open up quite a decent amount of slots. But I think if I do it right now, yes, I will have more EP to play around with. But I'm also afraid that if I do that, I might not have enough to get all the new quads when they get released. And I think that's important too. Because if we can get attack up, get our casting up, our speed, that would definitely help. Oh my, it's even more impressive than I've heard it was. Is this where the Alliance makes all of their weapons? It's huge! Nope, this is just the office space. It definitely is. Why do I need to go through these checks every single time I come here? I'm here every week. You'd think they would remember my face by now. Very good. Go on through. Word is that the fighting in the west grows more ferocious by the day. Perhaps we all need to take part after all. I for one would jump at the chance to demonstrate the power of the Norshire provincial army. Are you sure about that? One look at Valimar and I'm pretty sure you'll be running home. I really don't think it's going inside is a good idea. Everyone inside kind of knows who I am. They'll spot us immediately. Well, yeah, when you put it that way. It's frustrating not to be able to go do anything though. It is, but that's just the way things are right now. We'll have to try to help some other way for the time being. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Feel free to use us however you please, Lady Angelica. And we'll even hide you in our homes if it comes to it. Using you however I please? Ooh, spending nights huddled up together? Oh my, what an indecent proposal. Oh, we definitely have more important things to be doing right now. Yeah. Well, it wouldn't be Angelica if she didn't even try. Oh, don't hesitate for a fraction of a second to ask us to do anything for you. There's nothing we wouldn't do for you, Lady Angelica. Nothing is off limits. Oh, she'll definitely come back to that. Lady Angelica, it's you! Guess what? We've been disseminating false information for you. You won't have to worry about soldiers coming after you anytime soon. I do believe I told you not to get involved in all of this. I appreciate you trying to help, but things will only get more dangerous from here. Be good, okay? For me. You're so cool. She definitely is. Good luck, Lady Angelica. We'll be on your side every step of the way. Yeah, everyone needs a fan club every once in a while. Sister Quell? Are you going out again? I'm afraid I have some rather urgent business I need to take care of, you see? I've already let the Archbishop know, though, so please, don't worry about me. Really? Well, alright then. You truly are busy these days. In that case, I'll handle the preparations for Mass alone. Good luck with your work. Thank you, I really appreciate it. Sister Quell's depending on me. I'm not going to let her down. I need to be the perfect role model for her. She's a real cute one, I gotta say. She's a sister of the church, Angelica. Don't you even think about trying anything. Well, I think you're already late to that. She is thinking. Oh, it's so depressing not having any work to do. Back when I was up with my eyeballs in work and came here to slack off, I never would have guessed I'd feel like this. But now, I find myself pinning for those days. I haven't had anything to do for ages. At this rate, I'm gonna die of boredom. Heimdallr's basically treating the Rhinefoot company like his personal plaything at this point. Commoner salesmen like me just aren't in demand anymore. Well, you'll be fine, definitely. It's time then, Sister Quell. May the goddess watch over you. Try not to put yourself needlessly in harm's way. Don't worry, I know. We'll be sure to smooth things over with Sister Sue. So you needn't worry about that. She's still new here. She doesn't need to be burdened with this. Okay, so those two definitely know who she is and what she's doing. So you ended up joining them after all. You'd asked me to remain silent on the matter, and so I did, but I don't suppose that will be necessary any longer. I am terribly sorry, Father. I didn't intend for your kindness to go to waste. Wow, she puts on such a good act that there are moments when even I almost believed it. Well, the decision to tell them has always been in your hands, not mine. Do as you see fit. I'll be here, praying for your success. I appreciate it, and thanks for everything, Father. The Septian Church never abandons those in need. That would be unthinkable. Unfortunately, all we can do right now is provide you shelter. The rest is up to you. I'll be praying for your success. Thank you very much, Archbishop. Yeah, really nice guy. Because harboring a fugitive of the law? Well, the current law? Yeah, that is potentially dangerous. Sister? I can't put my finger on why, but you look oddly familiar. Well, it's of no concern. I don't know what you're doing here, but I suggest you clear off. We're at war here. The church has no place in it. I'd hoped that chasing the RMP out of the city would finally give us a chance to relax. Alas, our work is never done. I'm not surprised that the Marquis is at odds with Lady Angelica right now, though. He's always been a hot-blooded man. They've always argued, of course, but this time definitely seems worse than usual. This could get ugly. And it will, cause I'm here to make sure of that. Alright, making good progress up here. Word has it that the Noble Alliance is one of the great knights spoken of in ancient legends. They're touting as it's proof of their cause is the right one, and they're going to win. I do hear rumors about it from time to time, but it'll take more than just talk to make me believe something like that. I'm sure there's some factual basis for all of this, but they must be exaggerating. Would it really be a great knight? I've heard some talk about another knight. This one is called the Ashen Knight. Supposedly it has nothing to do with the Alliance and simply goes around helping people in need. Between the two knights, I know which one I'd rather believe in. Yeah, the blue one. Heimdallr Rognar's the Marquis' youngest brother, and a count to boot. The Alliance decided to make him acting chairman, but the other directors had no say in the matter. He's supposed to be pretty well suited for the job, but I just can't bring myself to support him, you know? Unless you ask me in front of one of the soldiers, in which case I'm his biggest fan. The Alliance didn't even ask for other opinions on making Heimdallr Rognar acting chairman from the sounds of things. Guess he'll probably be there until the war's over too. The war's over until this area is liberated once again. Oh please, you don't need to do a thing to help. Just sit down and I'll help whip this up in a jiffy. You do more than enough by going out to buy ingredients for us. But the pot is bubbling over. And I'm a little concerned about that fragrant liquid you just poured in. Oh, that liquid's a special seasoning of mine. You're not the kind of person who tell their sister-in-law that they're cooking something wrong, are you? Vanilla, I'm afraid there's a grave misunderstanding here. I'm not your sister-in-law. I feel like it's better not to get involved here. Yes, your brother and I are instructors at the same academy, but that doesn't mean... Oh, don't worry, I know exactly what it means. I can imagine it's difficult to get married when you're both teachers. Still, you can't put it off forever. You and Makarov need to sit down and have a talk about when you'll publicly announce that you're going to get married. Oh, she just hears whatever she wants to hear. How will I ever get through to her? And the pot is still bubbling over. Angelica? Could it be? That it could. It's good to see you, my dear instructor. It's been some time. It certainly has, but I'm glad to see you working with Class 7. You all look like you have the fire of conviction in your eyes. Well, there is something we need to do. Well, we'll be back, instructor. You have nothing to worry about. I have complete faith in all of you. Do take care. Yeah, we'll do our best. You can be assured of that. Well, I can't stand around forever. I've got to deal with it eventually. Oh, the acting chairman, Heimdallr. He called me to talk about the Argus Orbment to provincial army soldier use. I really don't want to go, but work's work. What choice do I have? Especially when I've got family to support. I've just got to swallow my pride and do what I've got to do. Maybe some future enhancement to the Argus units, which makes us even more powerful in the next 2 Cold Steel games? Ah, Sandy just left for work too. We've both got it rough, but you've got to do what you've got to do. Sometimes it is just the case. It really is. Because when you work, you're mainly doing it to support yourself. Any enjoyment comes second, sadly. Well, we keep getting orders from some weird group called the 5th Development Division. The hell do they think they are? Actually, who the hell are they? And how do they got everyone wrapped around their finger? Those were the ones who put the orders into my factory to be close to. Why, I've got some cabal of shadowy weirdos telling us what to do. The hell's happening to the city? Lady Angelica? That's an interesting choice of outfit you got on there. Think of all the poor girls you're going to deceive with that. Who, me? Besides, you're one to talk. From the stories I've heard, you used to be way worse than I'll ever be. Oh my, who had the loose lips? I keep telling people to forget the lady I was in the younger years. Hey, remember how we had something important to do? No? Yeah, me neither. Try not to do anything too dangerous, alright? This is more than just Ragnar family quarrel, you know? Don't worry, I'm not better than anyone. I wouldn't dream of letting anything happen to me. Not while legions of lovely ladies are waiting on my safe return. Whatever works for you, I suppose. Yeah, lovely ladies indeed. Since the war began, highway travel has been heavily restricted. With fewer people on the highways, more and more monsters have been taking their place. Take care if you're stepping out of town. Almina would be very sad if anything were to happen to you. Never forget, you've got people who care about you. Aww. It's really nice to know. Sounds like Professor Smith has been an ally of the Alliance for quite some time now. Well, maybe not an ally. He doesn't appear to agree with them, he just wants something interesting to research. Well, at least he's standing by his principles. I've assisted him with his research for a few times now, and I'll tell you this, I could hardly keep up. Smith's a genius scientist, there's no doubting that. I could study under him my whole life and still have much to learn. But it's a completely different story when you look at him as a teacher. If anything, I say his role as the Institute President only makes our jobs as professors more important. Yeah, because you need to reel him in. Because I think this war might make him a bit overzealous on his research projects. Yeah, but I think the only way we can find that out is if we eventually meet him. And I'm pretty sure that's gonna happen at some point. I know we're at war, but there's no way they needed to go this far. I mean, every single factory that they can't make weapons with has been closed. Why? What do you gain by closing them? At least run them at 50 capacity. Wait, we need at least 60 to satisfy all our customers. What are they doing? Yeah, Gibbons is very passionate about his work. Where could Lady Angelica be hiding? Those 2 girls told me that they saw her at the Institute, but I can't see any sign of her. Oh, just a sister. Darn it, where is she? Yeah, she's enjoying it a little bit too much. Oh, how long are those two planning to lazy around there? They've been blaming their lack of motivation on the war, but we all know that's just a lame excuse. They've been like this since long before the war started. Master slackers. They're students here, but I can never tell whether they're true geniuses or just plain stupid. They're better off if they applied themselves to their studies a little more at least. Maybe. Man, I'm bored. I can stay awake for a week and focus when it comes to improving my remote-controlled car, but this? No chance. Actually, thinking about it, I haven't had a chance to mess with the car for ages now. The last time was before Smith drafted us into helping him. I'd sooner jump off Reinford's building than do that again. Man, I'm bored. I don't feel like going to class today either. President Smith got us to help with his research a while back. Please, Adios, never put me through that again. All of a sudden, he just showed up and said he was going to make a device emit really powerful orbital waves. He wanted to make sure of some research we were doing, and before we knew it, he'd taken over some of our stuff. And in no time at all, he went and used our stuff to produce all these incredible results. Though we were forced to help him during the proof of concept experiments and the like, never again. Man, I just don't feel like studying now. My heart just ain't in it. No point in trying to do anything when I feel this way, so time to slack off, I guess. Ironically, the war has resulted in becoming closer to the Reinford group than ever. They're now under the Alliance control too, after all. People say that war drives technological innovation. Well, they aren't wrong. The Institute's even closer now, and the Reinford group is likely to give birth to a number of new inventions. I can only hope that those inventions will be used for peace, rather than war. Yeah, I think that's the only hope you can have when it comes to Smith, but I don't think Smith differentiates between the war and peace times. He just wants to invent things. Oh, a lot of orbital products here in the Empire have come about as a result of Professor Smith's research. He invented the technology which the former Reinford chairman Gwyn brought to the mass market. And yet, I doubt there's a single person who's met him hasn't at least once considered sucking him. Not that I can blame them for that. Guess what? Professor Smith wants more equipment ordered. It's necessary for his new research, apparently. Every time I think I'm done with ordering new crap from him, more comes flying in. Give me a break. Yes, he really doesn't like Smith. And not because of his bad personality or ethics, but just for the incredible amount of work he sends her way. I am in the store to check some of our finished products. Of course, the second factory was allied with the reformist faction, so we can't even use our production lines anymore. It was depressing just sitting around doing nothing, so I'm trying to find ways to fill my time. Even when your head's telling you that there's nothing you can do, it's really tough to just surrender, you know? It's not exactly an inevitable position, but I'm kind of jealous of Johan for at least having work. Well, hopefully soon that will all be different. A sister? In a weapons shop? I assume you're looking for a little something for self-defense. Perhaps this stun rod might suffice? You can adjust its power so it can be useful in all sorts of different situations. I'm afraid that's not really my style. There's something about feeling your enemy crumple after a good punch, you get me? A good punch? Angelica, don't give her a heart attack. Sorry, I just can't help myself sometimes. Well, we have an assortment of gauntlets and similar weapons over on that shelf over there. I hope you find something that suits your distinctive tastes. She's a real pro. Slightly shaking voice aside, she didn't miss a beat. Alright, shall we see if... Do we have gauntlets? Don't think there is there? No. We still have some more shoes, perhaps. Shall we? Because they are capable of being called in combat. So we do need to make sure that defenses are up first. No? Ooh, customized weapons. Alright, everything done. That is good. Alright. One more location to go, and that's the inn.
Oh, I really don't like the way the Alliance does things. I'm disappointed in Marquis Rogner for allying himself with them. They're a bunch of cowards. He's always struck me more as chivalrous than they deserve.
I was slightly mistaken, the airport is also still there.
A rumor has it that he and Lady Angelica are at each other's throats. I wonder what's going on there. Lady Angelica is such a spirited young lady. I'm on her side, truth be told. We got a new customer here earlier. He seemed really down in the dumps though.
Anton? It's probably Anton, isn't it?
No idea what's got him so upset either. Honestly, being near him is kinda dragging me down. We got a new customer here, but he seems really sad. I don't know what's got him down, but even being near him is kind of depressing.
We'll go see him in his room soon. Ah, I cannot believe Peppery. We finally at long last get another customer and she treats him like that. We can't afford to lose even one at a time like this. I'm afraid I'll have to take matters into my own hands here. It's been a long time since we last had a customer, but that's precisely why we need to make sure this one is satisfied. I'll have to make sure to inform him of all the extra services we have on offer. Extra services. Doesn't mean some bed and breakfast type of stuff? Don't mind breakfast in the morning. I'm going to stay here in Roer for a while and look for Ricky. I can't give up on him trying to find him. He's my best friend. Yeah, you keep looking and I'm sure eventually we'll find him for you. Alright, let's get down and see what we can find at the airport. We have seen a couple of people that were at the airport here in town, so maybe it's not that busy. I'm seriously thinking of ditching the city and heading back home. I've had it up with these damn nobles and their stupid armies. What's what you're saying? You really don't want them to hear you say that. I wish the chairman would come back. The way things are going, the Reference Company future is seriously bleak. Yeah, it is, a little. In spite of the war, the provincial capitals are basically operating as if nothing was out of the ordinary. Things are perfectly stable in Ordis, St. Arc, and Breahard. Of the four, I suppose that Roer's the one that's been changed the most. Though perhaps it's strangely appropriate, given how different Roer always has been from the other capitals. Roer's always been different than the other provincial capitals, so I suppose it's not terribly surprising that the war changed it the most. Yeah, but not necessarily in a good way, in my own opinion. If there were any international flights out of Heimdallr, I could go home. Fat chance of that these days though, honestly. I can't see things getting a whole lot better soon either. Just how long is this war going to drag on? If there were any international flights out of Heimdallr, I could go home. Fat chance of that these days. Alright, anyone on the other side? Yes, there's one more worker. All the way over on the other side, near the boxes. Let's go see him as well. And I think then we are ready to leave this town and head towards the mine. The new mechanic here, Peyton, is pretty damn good. Makes sense though. Guy says he used to work over in Liberal. And they're best around when it comes to airships. I've got to learn all I can from him before he goes back home. When it comes to airships, Liberal can't be beat. Those folks really know their stuff. I'm going to have to learn as much as I can from Peyton while we've got him here. Hell yeah, that's a good thing to do. Because Peyton knows a lot. He has worked on the Courageous, so you know he's good. Alright. Let's see if we can make a little headway towards the mine. And we'll probably save the actual mine mission to the next episode. If the game lets us, of course. Right, this path leads up to the mine. I can't help but think of how we fought Crow there. Yeah. But we don't have time to think about that right now, so let's keep moving. You're right, staying alert for monsters, guys. Well, besides the ones that we have in our team. Because Angelica and Laura? Yeah, they're both practically monsters. Ooh, still want to attack us? So it's an upgraded version of the one we saw in the past? Probably.
Now's our chance. Let's get him! Here I go. Second form.
Yeah, and we did learn one thing by fighting a little bit in between episodes.
Now's our chance.
The new Master Quartz we gave Elliot has made him practically immortal. He is so strong right now.
My turn. Okay.
Now we can just do any art we want. And he does such amount of damage that every HP and EP he has lost will be recovered. It's crazy. He can go all wild with his magics.
Is everybody okay?
So yeah, I'm pretty confident that the Ares was a good choice to change it into. Do you want to go down there? Is there something down there? Ooh, there is a mine. Ooh, monster chest. Yes, definitely. Yeah, I'm gonna skip you two for a little bit. Might pick you up on the way back.
Please, take care around that one.
We'll try. Okay, stop flying, thank you.
A worthy adversary.
Yeah, this is definitely Angelica's, let's say, influence.
Let's move.
Alright, element. Oh, water is normal, so that should be fine.
Ha! Now!
Try this.
My turn.
Ah, stop missing, Laura. It's not necessary.
My turn.
Not as much damage
Here I
as
go.
I hoped it would be.
Ha!
Leave this to me. Here I go.
Alright, we can do magic again, but let's do a little bit lower one.
My turn.
Ooh, maybe do magic so we don't push him out of the ring.
Activate. Yeah. That's that. Let's keep moving.
Yep, absolutely no trouble at all. Didn't even think about using my S-crafts. But, on the other hand, we might be using that now.
That's a fine-looking treasure chest.
Hell yeah.
We have nothing to fear.
But fear
Just
itself. Yes. And this one little present we got in between the episodes, it upgraded to Dragon Kick 2. So let's have a look and see what it does. Maybe we can summon 2 dragons with this.
I'm not holding back this time. Time to wrap this up. Dragon kick.
It's the same with just a little bit more power behind it.
Sweet dreams, pussycats.
Yeah, you too.
That's about right.
I did it!
I did it!
And Suzaku with extra stats. Nice. Won't say no to that. Definitely not. Yeah, and before we do the mission, we'll make sure to fight enough with Angelica to get her CP back. So she's all ready to give even more S-crafts to the enemies. But I do want to go over to the next screen, but let's check. Just a normal chest. Come here. I need to take you down if you want to open that chest. Yeah, because I want to go to the next screen so we have a view of the mine from there.
Let's move.
And that would be a perfect place to call it.
Second form. Gale! Now!
Try this! Here I go.
It's my turn!
Yeah, 0 arts on Elliot. You're just making his day.
Oh, we did it!
Yeah, I'm even thinking of looking around in our quarterly to see if there is something even more powerful we can give him. Because price doesn't matter anymore, because any damage he does, he gets it back. So we can give him the most expensive of arts imaginable, and he'll just he'll use it and he'll be killing them with it. Right. You can have the other box. That's yours.
This was a real hike last time.
Hey, at least we already know how to get there.
That we do. Let's have a look on this side, because that's a dead end. That way we don't have to do that. And I remember last time we watched here, we could see the train coming over the bridge out of the mine. I'm pretty sure we won't be able to see that this time.
Just watch.
My turn. Ha! Now!
Try this! Leave this to me.
It's my turn!
Right, not too far away. Nope.
Argus activate!
Still in line
Try
with
this.
Elliot.
Is everybody okay?
Yeah, I'm not seeing any trains. Well, even if it wasn't a train, just having a soul that going there would be cool as well. Dragon skin shoes, thank you very much. Alright, with a view of this beautiful train going into the mines to gather up some more iron for the Noble Alliance, we'll leave the episode here. Next time we'll be starting right on top of there, just before the mine, and we are going to do the mine mission, which, as far as we know, is to rescue Irina from the Alliance.
Well,
Pretty sure we need to kill a lot of Jaegers in order to get there, but I'm sure we can do it, but that's next time. Until then, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you next time when we're going on a mission. Bye bye.